Hadn't seen a storm like this in 100 years.
There was time to prepare, but no way to understand what was to come. For days, Hurricane Sandy threatened. Slow moving, with a giant reach.
This is a massive storm, and it is just going to get more intense.
Monday night, all that was forecast became what was most feared.
There's no doubt about it, Sandy is here.
It's going from bad to worse tonight on the Jersey Shore.
Whoa! Whoa! I think it's time to go.
80-mile-an-hour winds, an unstoppable storm surge. One of the biggest hurricanes on record, with a direct hit on the most densely populated region of the country.
As we are just waking up, as millions are, to realize the full devastation, the aftermath of Sandy.
This will probably be easily called the storm of the century.
On Tuesday morning, destruction scarred the eastern seaboard. From North Carolina to Rhode Island, 8 million homes without power, 6,000 flights canceled in a single day, 24-foot waves on the Great Lakes. In West Virginia and Maryland, blizzard conditions. Near Wall Street, cars floated like ducks. New York's Bellevue Hospital was evacuated, and the National Guard was called in. From the air, the Jersey Shore looked like Armageddon.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Its famous boardwalk, a sunken wreck.
That's all it is devastation. There's no other word for it.
The cost of Sandy is estimated at close to $50 billion, but that doesn't begin to cover what's been lost.
The whole town's gone. It's sad.
The memories and the lives woven into the landscape of this area that hasn't seen a storm like this in a lifetime.
Most houses here on MacArthur and Weber. Remember the last 3 streets in town, the Old Bridge section, they got wiped out. Miller and Marsh, Amherst, that whole stretch along the river really took a lot of damage.
Now our houses are collapsing and we just can't do it anymore. We just can't do it. We're homeless. We're homeless.
Thank you.
John, I want to show you another house.
You see where the water line was? This is his house. He just rebuilt it from the last storm.
There's about 16 houses that look like that. Did you see his foundation?
You know what it is here? It's not even about the houses. The neighborhood here is just one giant family. It's just and they can't rebuild here no more.
No, they can't.
We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Losses in all of New York. The tragedy here is so immense, some residents fear they haven't seen the end of it.
You need to come here and help us. We need assistance, please.
Meanwhile, others are trying to cope on their own. Phyllis Puglia has been living in Staten Island since 1997, and she saw disaster brewing. She and her husband evacuated to safety and stayed with family on higher ground.
Is that my house?
After she saw her home had been lifted by the force of the storm surge and carried away, she went looking for it. Balancing precariously on wooden planks, the 62-year-old grandmother made her way across a waterlogged field of debris and found her greatest treasures scattered nearly a mile away. The wedding photograph.
See my mom? Yeah, but there's so many more. There's got to be more with my father.
Yeah.
My mom was a simple lady.
Did you have many copies of this?
No.
So this is the only photograph.
This is the only wedding photograph of my mom.
So finding all these photographs.
Oh, they mean the world to me. My pictures mean the world to me.
But most of Phyllis and her husband's world is gone.
This is our whole life, but it's here. How do we start over? It took 30 years to get our home, and now he retired, and we're in our 60s, and where do we go? How do we start to build a life all over again?
You're in a state of shock. You're overwhelmed.
It's like a nightmare. In 1 minute, it's like I think I'm gonna wake up and this is all a dream. You know, we're gonna spend the rest of our lives here. We never wanted to leave here. I want to go home, but there's no home. I can't go home, and that's killing me.
Family safe.
Yes. I'm floored by what happened.
It was so scary. I'm still shaking. Sorry. And I didn't know what to do.
We need help immediately.
It's just devastation here.
Memories or anything else. Everything's ruined.
The water seems to never end. The town is still covered with significant amounts of water.
Folks without power, and it's getting cold.
Gas lines are growing even longer.
We've been lying, what, 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours.
Orderly. Commuters standing in line for hours to catch a bus.
I don't think I've seen anything quite like this.
Getting in and out of New York City, a nightmare.
I have two 20-month-old babies, and I don't have transportation out of here. And what are we supposed to do?
And we need people, just people, to come and help.
It's sad. I never seen nothing like this in my life. It looks like a war zone out here.
I never planned to leave here. I thought I was going to stay here the rest of my life. I want to go home to my house.
You're calling me?
The Jersey Shore we all experienced as kids, the boardwalk where everybody in this area went, starting where we were in Point Pleasant Beach. I first walked these boards with, holding my dad's hand when I was a little kid, and now I bring my kids back on weekends in the summer, and that's the way it is here.
It is. It's a great location to go to. Look at the beach. The beach, it's a huge beach, and the boards are actually wooden boards. You smell the wood of the boardwalk, the salt of the ocean. It's great.
And it'll be great again.
It will, exactly.
This entire region is still in shock. People and places are gone in a place that we trusted with a lot of our summertime memories. When you start to think it's going to get better, you suddenly remember it's going to take a long time and it's never going to be normal again. Take a look. It is a community once again facing incredible loss. Homes destroyed, but spirits remain unbroken.
We got each other, we got our families.
Yeah.
Many of the city's firefighters and police officers call these shores home. They've lived here and served this city for generations.
Here in Rockaway Beach, it was also a combination of the storm and fire. Flames broke out here at the height of Sandy, and because the water was so deep here, firefighters simply couldn't get in to put them out. So the wind whipped the flames from building to building, home to home. This was the Harbor Light Pub, very well known in this area. One of the reasons the owner of that restaurant lost his son during the attacks of 9/11. And when I got out of the car here a short time ago, I had an immediate and eerie sense of deja vu. The reason is this. Back on November 12, 2001, American Airlines Flight 587 took off from John F. Kennedy Airport, a short distance from here. It wasn't airborne very long, and it came straight down, nose first. It crashed where that gray house is right now. 260 people on board died. I anchored the show from here the next morning. I'm Matt Lauer in Bell Harbor, Queens, where Flight 587 crashed about 22 hours ago into a group of houses about a block and a half behind me. The destruction devastating. It is a neighborhood that's been asked to bear more than it should have to. Rockaway lost 59 people on 9/11. Flight 587 crashed here soon after. And now, almost every block, homes destroyed, and along with them, a lifetime of memories. Linda Humphrey grew up on Rockaway Beach. Talk to me about this neighborhood a little bit.
This neighborhood, you can't say enough about this neighborhood. We've been through a lot with, 9/11 and planes crashing, and we all pull together. It's unbelievable, the neighborhood feel you get in Rockaway Beach and Bell Harbor here.
Neighbor Y. David Scharf returns to his parents' home, searching for priceless keepsakes of the place where he first learned to ride a bike.
What would you like to find for your parents' sake?
I'd like to find some photographs. I'd like to find for my children's sake, my childhood photographs. I'd like to find some things from my grandparents that my parents had here. These are real treasures, and hopefully we find them.
Back to that Harbor Light pub that burned down. It was owned by Bernie Heron, who tragically lost his son on 9/11. He spoke to us after the crash of American Airlines Flight 587.
It wasn't an I day, it was a we day and an everybody day. There's so many people in this neighborhood that are our firemen and PD, civilians. Everybody helped. This community will be together forever.
His words spoken at a different time, echoing and being tested today in a neighborhood that has answered the call before.
There is hope here, people. Take a look at this.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in rivers, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. See a stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistakes. See a stream down your face. Lights will guide